body just turning out, turning to the target. My pressure's moved into my left side. And as I come in to hit the ball, look at my left knee. These are all just byproducts of being in better positions. In this video, I'm going to be helping you with the transition, particularly for those of you that really struggle with the over-the-top motion. And that's when the right arm or the trail arm kind of works in that circular motion in the transition and starts to move forward and away from the body. It's a really, really common fault. So don't worry, it's not just you. It is the most common fault that I see as a golf coach. And quite simply, we're going to put it down to the disconnection of the arms. We're going to really focus today on how we can keep the forearms and the elbows as close together as possible during the downswing. Your initial instinct from the top of the backswing is to create power. You want to create speed. We're all taught to turn and rotate, use the ground, transfer your body weight. There's so much going on that we forget one of the key and most important things. Just bringing that golf club back down on the same way you went up to try and create that straight shot. I'm going to give you two of my favorite drills to work on. One is with a fantastic training aid that I have probably, to be fair, ask a lot of my students to go and buy as well, because it's perfect for practice, for training. And also you see the best players in the world using it every time they go on the range. And one thing that you can learn from that is the fact that they may have had old bad habits, but they found a training aid that they love and they want to continue to use. And that's what you should do as well. Even when after this video and after you practice, you've fixed the fault, always use this training aid every time you play and practice. And that training aid is this inflatable ball. It's such a simple idea and really cheap to buy. Pop it over your neck, and you're going to put this ball right into the middle of your forearms. Now what you can see from here is that my arms are now close together. Now those of you that get disconnected in that transition, like I said, it's super common, will go to the top and then you'll move that way. And as you move this way, this trail elbow will move upwards as your hands move downwards. And that now creates a big gap. Once you've got the ball in between your forearms and you've taken your setup, you can still pretty much swing full, but I'd encourage you just to go to halfway first and just get it to here and just really focus on keeping this connection of your arms on the way down. Really focus on bringing your trail elbow more in front of your stomach in that transitional move and just being able to work through the golf shot from there. It's a really simple swing thought, and the beauty of this training aid, it's making you squeeze the ball. So the ball is not holding you into position. It is really easy, if you don't concentrate, to get it wrong. And your feedback is that the ball pops out of the forearms. So you've got to work within your transition to keep that ball inside of the forearms. And by doing so, you're moving your body to change the transition for a better downswing. You're not being held into position. You see a lot of other training aids where you can get a band around your arms that kind of keeps you in. But what your arms are automatically going to want to do is push against those bands. And when you take the bands off, your arms could become even more disconnected than ever, because what they've been trying to do is push away from the bands. This little device, so simple, is incredible for making sure that you're squeezing your arms together on the transition. So you're pushing your hands closer together, which helps you then keep that club on plane and get that beautiful ball strike. What you're also able to work on from here, and this is a kind of an added bonus at the moment, is because the arms are more connected, the likelihood is that this right arm, trail arm I should say, stays hinged in both the elbow and the wrists. So when you come into the golf ball, you're coming in with a slightly steeper angle of attack where the golf club is higher, and you can work on them releasing that golf club downwards into the back of the ball. Whereas again, for golfers that have got disconnected in that transition, we often see the relationship of the trail arm start to straighten relative to the swing arc as well. So now we get that early release and a weak impact position where you can see the shaft angles behind the ball. So this is also helping you improve that impact position as a byproduct of actually keeping the golf club on plane on the way down. I would encourage you to use that ball for 10 to 20 swings and then take the ball off and then just feel that same length of swing as well, and just feel within your arms that you're pushing those elbows together there. You're getting the elbows pushed in that top of the backswing, and then on the way down you're keeping them pushed, which keeps this trail arm more in front of the body, so it keeps that connectivity and gives you that better ball striking. It gives you a better path, and like I mentioned, it'll give you a better impact position. The second drill is really simple, and actually as a byproduct of this second drill, it might help you get a little bit more speed as well. So we're going to be looking about just using this right arm, purely one arm swings, okay? So just getting the sensation that the arm is working. Now, this looks ridiculously simple, but what we're doing here is we're keeping this trail arm flexed here. And now I often say to my students, imagine you've got a U shape. So we've got that angle there is almost your U shape, and we're basically trying to hold it until the moment we want to hit into the golf ball. Whereas your fault in the past will have been to turn and extend and almost make it into an old school L. So what we're trying to do is hold that U shape for longer. And just using the weight of the club head is going to make it a lot easier for you to keep that club on the way down. Now, a lot of players actually initially say, well, what if I start to fat it? Because you're holding this angle and you'll feel like you're just going to dig the club down because it's so much steeper than what you're used to. But what you'll notice when you do one arm swings, you'll start to work better through here. Once this golf club's more on plane, and then it's easier to actually rotate. You'll have found it harder or less natural to rotate when the golf club gets on the outside over there. So it's actually more difficult to rotate, because what you've then got to do is navigate this golf club back to the ball. And in doing so, you have to stall your lower body. But when this right arm stays more flexed here, look at my lower body just turning out, turning to the target. My pressure's moved into my left side. And as I come in to hit the ball, look at my left knee. These are all just byproducts of being in better positions. This is moving the golf club much more naturally. You can feel the weight of the golf club just pushing downwards and keeping this trail arm a little bit more flexed. And what I mentioned before about more speed is that you're going to release the golf club later. You're going to release it later than usual, and you're going to be able to turn earlier and faster with more consistency than usual as well. So I would again do around 10 of these one arm swings, obviously something that you can just do at home, but then when you get on the range, do 10, grab a ball and hit, and enjoy that nice tight draw. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please comment below. If you'd like coaching from myself, the link to my Skillist profile is also down in the comment section below. Those inflatable balls, you can pick them up anywhere, super cheap. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, loads more content coming your way, and we'll see you next time.